Hi everyone, welcome to Nonsense Whisky. This is another impromptu live. I'm pretty sure nobody will be in just yet, but if you're watching this on the replay, thanks for checking it out. It's a little impromptu live to tell you a little bit about the community tab, but I'm going to go into that in just a little bit. For now, I'd just like to say another thank you to everybody. It seems like only a couple of weeks ago I just did this, but I've just hit 2,500 subscribers, which was my goal for the end of the year, which is pretty awesome. 6 weeks early. So rejigging things a little bit. I'm hoping to do even better by this year. And then again, next year, I'll rejig around and see how we're doing. So Whiskey Friend has just dropped in. In fact, he says hi. If you have a look at his channel as well, Whiskey Friend, he's just started out doing some videos. I think you should check his stuff out. He's doing really well. You can notice the difference already between the first video and the second. Whiskey Friend, he's just started out doing some videos. I think you should check his stuff out. He's doing really well. You can notice the difference already between the first video and the second sets of videos. Really good stuff. And seriously serious, he's in. Hello, dude. Thanks for dropping in. One of my patrons, in fact. I was just chatting to him today. Really good chap. So yeah, just to say thanks to everyone for the 2,500 subscriber milestone. Welsh Choice has been along literally a minute, mate. I've literally just jumped onto a quick impromptu one. Really what I wanted to tell you guys about is the community tab. You guys might have seen today I posted a poll for what videos you want me to do next. But basically this community tab thing, it's been rolled out over the last year or so. Actually, I thought it was for much higher subscribed channels than mine, but I guess they're rolling it out for smaller guys as well. But I put a poll out on there, and that's really what you'll see from me. I'm capable of posting general posts and photos and polls and other videos and things like that. But I'm not really into that. I don't really want to force myself any more on your subscription fees than I already am, which is twice a week and maybe the odd live and things like that. So what I might do is maybe one poll a week or something like that. But I just wanted you guys to know that's what it is. So if you see it, it's the community tab. I think only a couple of whiskey tubers have got it. So I'm really lucky to have been kind of rolled out into that. I think it's completely random. I don't think there's absolutely any reason why I should get it over anybody else. Bourbon Professor's in as well. Hello, he says. Thanks for joining in. It's another guy worth following for sure, without a doubt. In fact, I'm drinking some bourbon right now. Woodford Reserve. I've got my 2 review whiskies back here, but I don't want to tell you what they are just yet. Have a look at that poll. You'll kind of guess which ones they are, but they'll be coming out on Thursday and next Monday, respectively. I like to record in a little bit of batch. But yeah, I'm not going to stay on long tonight, so I thought I'd just say hello and see what you guys are all up to. See if anybody's having a little drink. It's 9:30 here in the UK, so I know it's in America. Probably nobody will be joining yet because it'll be a bit too early in the afternoon, but Reto's in. Hey, dude. I'm not sure you managed to catch many of my lives very often. So, yeah, really good to see you in. I don't usually go live this late, to be honest, but I'm recording a bit later than usual tonight. Yeah, this Woodford Reserve. In fact, I've got 2. Reaching over. Very unprofessional. So I've got a sealed bottle right there. I bought one and then I was given one. So there's a slight difference in the batch and bottle number. And I'm tempted to do a bit of a comparison with the 2 to see if there's much difference in the batches. I severely doubt there is, but I think it might be a nice video. What do you think? Jason's in. Hey, dude. Still got the spanner next to your name. Excellent. Lico says, hi, Vin. What's your best bourbon? In my cabinet? I'm not sure, actually. Favorite versus best is always a bit difficult. I've got a couple here. I'll show you what I've got on the floor here. These are my 2 review. Again, reaching over, very unprofessional. I've got a very old Barton 6-year-old and Knob Creek small batch. Patiently aged, it says. I'm sure that used to say 9 years on that, but maybe I've got a different bottle. Anyway, those are the ones I've got in my cabinet right now. Downstairs, I've got a few more, but they're very basic stuff. So I would say my favourite right now is probably the Woodford Reserve. But I've got very, very cheap tastes when it comes to whiskey, right? It's always a good thing to have. Welsh Toro says he's slurping a Glenlivet 11 single barrel by Signatory. Excellent. I do love Signatory. They make some very, very, very good stuff. Dwayne's in. Hey, dude. Thanks for dropping in. Gregor says, Vin, you sampled George T. Stagg at all? Trying to decide whether the ball to track it down. I have. I've tried a couple of JTSs. You're talking about the BTAC collection, I imagine, the 2018. Haven't tried the 2018. I did the 2017 or 16. Anyway, search for it in my YouTube, and you'll find a video on it that I did a little while ago last year. It's I mean, it's really good. There's no bones about it. It's really good. But as you said, it's a complete ball ache to find these things, and very, very, very expensive for a bottle of whiskey. Even if you manage to find one at retail, in the UK you're talking £150, and in the UK we have to do lotteries and things like that to make sure there's no fights for it. But they nearly always go to somebody who's going to flip it, and then they start being like 300, 400. It just gets silly. I haven't covered them at all this year because I'm not getting into that fight. So if anybody ever wants to send me samples and things like that, then I'm more than happy to receive them, of course, and try to review them. But I don't like to review stuff that I can't recommend people go out and buy. Some special bottles every now and again. If I come by like that 58-year-old, obviously nobody's going to go out and buy that because that's £1,700. But if someone sends me a sample like that, then I'm going to drink it and share it with you guys. But yeah, apart from that, I'm not bothered to buy it. As Welsh Torres says, nothing wrong with a Stag Junior. I completely agree. It's far cheaper and it is pretty good as well. It's pretty good. Skipping a few things, I heard great things about the old Barton, says Jason Whisky was. Yeah, I actually picked this up at the TWE show this year because it was £33. £33 for a 6-year-old 50% alcohol bourbon. I couldn't pass up on it. Couldn't pass up on it. Don Boyard, that's who I missed, and Garcia, both of you, and Daniel Hooper as well. Hello to you. I'm really glad you guys have dropped in. Just to recap on what I actually started the live for was the community tab thing. So if you haven't seen it before, it basically means that I can almost invade your subscription feed with extra posts on top of videos. And basically, this is to confirm a little promise to you guys that I'm not going to abuse that power. I'm just going to do a poll every now and again to let you guys choose what I review. I'll give you a list of maybe 3 or 4 that are in my queue. I'm going to be doing a lot of sample reviews coming up as well because I'm starting to run out of actual bottles to review. But I think it would be a really good engagement with you guys if you want to tell me what you actually want to see, rather than me just keep churning out Aldi videos. They do well. They're very popular. But with you guys, my subscribers, maybe not so much. So I would basically like to do more things that you want to see. So engage in those posts if you see them, please. Definitely engage in those. Oh, yeah, I've just received a very nice donation from Castmate. Thank you very much for congratulating me on the 2.5K. I know we were only just talking about 2,000 a few weeks ago, right? Which was insane. It's absolutely gone crazy on the channel right now. But the reason why 2,500 was a really good milestone for me is because it was the target I set for myself at the beginning of this year. So hitting that has just been, especially 6 weeks early as well, is an incredible thing. And I'm so happy that things are going well at the moment. Seriously, Cyrus says, where is everyone watching from? He's supposed to be working. He's in Texas. So thanks very much for watching while you're working. Whiskey of the Year polls on YouTube, an excellent idea, because last year I took to Twitter with those. So that was great. What I might do is combine those two, because I can do that in Twitter and in YouTube. Doubles my workload a little bit, but I'm definitely going to be doing Whiskey of the Year choosing by you guys. That's what I did last year, and I'd like to do that again this year, because I know what I would pick out of the ones I've covered, but I want to know what you guys will pick. So I'll definitely be dropping those into your subscription feeds at some point. So if you see them, again, engage with them. Really good ways to let me know what you're feeling. Welsh Torres says, I still haven't. Yeah, do you know what? I haven't been to Birmingham for a while, and I keep meaning to. It's a struggle to get over there at the moment, to be honest, because it's I've been working a little bit later than usual, so I don't get home until sort of 6, half 6, which I know isn't late. But then by the time I've got the train and got over to the train station, things like that, it's starting to push on a bit. But I definitely will. We'll definitely do it. We'll definitely do it. Prestige Liquids is in. He's just started a channel as well. Lots of new guys, and I think that's brilliant. Now, a lot of people, especially new guys, have been coming to me recently asking me for some advice. And the number one advice I've given to all of them is just start. You know, I'm 2 years in. My videos I still think are a bit rubbish, and I'm really glad that you guys don't think that and stuck with me. But if you go back and watch my first few sets of videos, and I refuse to delete them because they're heritage, right? If you're going back and watch them, they're not polished at all. It's literally just a dude sitting in his third bedroom, not having a clue what he's talking about. And the only thing that's changed there is now I've got a little bit of a clue what I'm talking about rather than no clue. But I'm still in the third bedroom. I've got a bit more of a set. I've got some lights now. So, you know, things grow, things change. But point is, Prestige Liquids, go and check out his first video. Hopefully he's going to be putting out some more soon. And, you know, share the love and subscribe. Paul Gibbs is saying congratulations. Thank you very much. We've got someone from Indiana. That's Dwayne from Indiana. The Bourbon Professor is Nebraska. Don Biard's Bristol by Cardiff. Anders in Stockholm. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, another Aussie in. Cheers for being from Australia. That's Brad. Yeah, serious. Good spread of viewers. Definitely. Agreed. And Rob Roy Mukay. I don't think I've seen your name in my lives before. Absolutely brilliant. I'm really glad to see you here. He says, hello from Guildford. Love your reviews. Keep up the good work. In particular, reviews on Aldi and Lidl whiskies. It would be good to see you do the same this year if you have any new. Well, I was literally just saying I've been hammering the Aldi ones recently, and I was maybe thinking about taking a break from it. But I don't know what Christmas ones they're going to do yet. So when those Christmas ones come out, I'll see what kind of money I've got in the kitty and maybe go out and buy them. But yeah, it depends. You know, as you can see, I've got quite a lot to cover. So it's slotting those in. But if there's any appetite for it, I'll definitely do it. No problem at all. Dom Bayard did my first YouTube the other day. Did you, Dom? I must have missed that. I'll check it out. The funny thing is, I've got 2 accounts on YouTube. I've got the Nonsense Whisky account, and then I've got my own kind of personal one to separate the whiskey from all of the other videos I like to watch. But the funny thing is, it defaults to my personal one whenever I click on my phone or on my iPad or something like that. So if I'm in the mood for a quick 5-10 minute video, I have to remember to switch it over to the whiskey one if I want to catch whiskey stuff. So sometimes stuff passes me by, but I'll definitely go and check that out. Lee Copes in Dartmoor, Devon. Good to see some more British people in. One thing I did like to do is start a little earlier when I do my proper lives, and start a little earlier for the British crowd. Nice to catch some of the American side as well, for sure. But usually these lives that I do, proper lives, are about 2 hours. Talking of which, I should announce as well, I have got a live coming up next week at 8:30 in UK time. I'm going to be doing another kind of live tasting with the Dram Team, which is the box set that I subscribe to. If you haven't seen it already, you get boxes like this through the post, and there's no whiskey in it right now, but you get like 5 or 6 whiskies in there. But that box is coming through to me in the next week or so, and I'm going to be putting up links to that on my social media coming up. So if you want to take part in that as a kind of live tasting with us, you can actually buy the box straight from Dram Team. And that isn't even a kind of affiliate scheme with me at all. I don't take any money from that. It's just a thing I like to do because it's such a great service. I pay for this every month because it really keeps the channel alive. You know, you get it's stuff like this. Loch Lomond single grain malted barley. Haven't covered it yet, but I'll get around to it eventually. One day I'm going to have covered everything, right? Let's see what's going on in the chat. Jason Whiskey Boy says, first is always a nerve racket. Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. But the good thing about starting is that no one's watching, right? You know, no one knows who you are unless you tell people. So it's you get a few views here and there, but it's only when you get bigger and bigger and bigger you have to start worrying about not making mistakes and things like that. So that's where editing comes in. But the first few videos, you just go nuts, practice, find yourself. Personally, the camera over here, I used to hate looking at it. But I now kind of think of it as if there's somebody else in the room with me. I know technically there is. You know, right now there's 24 other people in the room with me, but all I see is the little lens up here. So I have to kind of pretend that it literally is you guys and I'm talking to you without hearing anything back. Which is why I like doing these lives. You know, you get to see the comments coming up. Paul Gibbs says you should have a meetup at Birmingham Whisky Club to celebrate your subs. I should. I'll keep meaning to organise something with them about seeing if anyone will come round, but. the worst fear surely is that organising something like that and then no one turns up, right? So maybe in the new year when business starts going down a bit, because whiskey ebbs and flows every year. Christmas is always really good, but then during the kind of spring and summer months, it tends to ebb off a little bit. So maybe during those months when business is low for the whiskey club, I might try and get people down there for a little bit of a meetup. How does that sound? Maybe people can travel over a little bit. We'll see. Welsh Toro says one day he'll do a video. It'll be decidedly low tech. It always is to start with, and then you get the bug, and then you think, actually, I do want to make that better. At the moment, the webcam I'm through now is what I actually record my videos on, and then I do a touch of editing to make it look a little bit more shiny. So you can do it really cheap, you know. Webcam, that was 50 quid webcam, a few lights and things like that. The really expensive thing was the MacBook, where I do all my editing, because I used to do it on a PC, and it used to take me hours and hours and hours. And as soon as I got the MacBook, it just went, and now I do it in about an hour or so. Jason says, I need to go down to the London Whiskey Club. I definitely do. They haven't got an actual base. They kind of go to, I forget what the venue you go to, but it's always midweek. This is the problem. If I can't get to Birmingham after work, then I'm going to really struggle to get down to London. And that's what I've been saying to Jez. Unfortunately, it's difficult for me. Maybe if it's at a weekend or a Friday or something like that, I might make a bit of effort to get down there. Definitely, definitely. Well, yeah, that was it. So just to, again, I don't want to go on about it too much, but just to recap a couple of things that I started the live about, and that's the 2,500 subscribers. And I promise you that'll be the last time I talk about subscribers now until maybe 5,000, which will be the end of next year, maybe halfway through next year. We'll see. But I'm not going to go on about it every 500, that's for sure. But I just wanted to introduce you to the community tab, and there's going to be voting and polls and things like that on there. So if you do see them, do give it a little like, do give it a click, just to let me know that you're engaged in that. I'm not sure if you can comment on it yet. I must admit, I'm kind of new to the whole community tab thing. But if you can, then do kind of get involved in those little posts, because they really do help the channel, and they let me know that you guys are interested, even if you don't always comment on the videos. Because I know sometimes if it's like a brand new whiskey, you've got nothing interesting to say about it. It's difficult to think of stuff to say. I know that. But those little tags, those little posts should be pretty good interaction between me and you. Eric's in. Hello from California. Yes, you always manage to catch my lives. I don't know how you do it, because obviously I can never catch lives when they're at 2 o'clock in the morning. But you must just dip in from work. Eric's got some coins out, and they're I think, were they the first metal ones, or did Whiskey Tribe beat you to it? But they look really good. We're when I do get my coins, and they are going ahead, I'm in the design kind of phase now. I'm hoping to put an order in before the end of the year, but I don't think I'll get the coins before the end of the year because they ship in from America. But I'm definitely going to be doing a little swap with Eric when I get those through. Gregor saying congrats. You need to go and buy a bottle to celebrate. I definitely do, but I'm on a bottle ban. That's probably the best way of saying it. A bottle ban before Christmas. My wife always bans me from getting the any bottles before Christmas, so that I don't buy one that I will get given. I don't really understand that, because just like this here, Whiffer Reserve, what's better than one bottle of whiskey? 2 bottles of whiskey, right? So if I get it again, so what? Never mind. I'm starting to go red from the heat in here. Maybe I'm scratching my neck. Right, okay. So yeah, just to wrap it up then, I only wanted to stay online for about 15, 20 minutes, and that's coming up to that now. But thank you very much again, you guys, for your continued support. You are absolutely brilliant. Thank you very much to Castmate for that generous donation earlier on in the stream. Stuff like that is absolutely brilliant. You know, if you guys ever want to help support the channel more, obviously viewing the videos is all I ever ask. But I'm more than happy for you to go and check out my Patreon page, likes and things like that. You'd be surprised how much it all helps. And check me out on other social medias as well. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, and I'm on Instagram. So go and check all of those out, and I'm going to keep trying to put out more content for you guys. So yeah, thank you very much for catching this little stream. If you're watching this on the replay, thank you very much for taking the time to catch it. New video coming out on Thursday. I can tell you what it is now, to be fair. It's the old Pulteney 17, now discontinued. Poor thing. And then on Monday, I'm going to have the Bunnahabhain 12-year-old, which I'm excited to share with you, because I've never actually owned a bottle of that. So it was nice to get a sample in my Dram Team collection and be able to bring that my thoughts to you. So check those out. Thanks everyone for watching, and please do have a good evening and go and watch some other whiskey videos from the other channels. See you later.